So apparently I should leave town more often and let someone else take over my game. 'Cause damn. Hey everybody, JK Calloway here at Real JK Calloway, coming at you with results for this week's hashtag skirmish game. And this week, we played hashtag tell your story in 5 words. And this one hit pretty hard, my friends. It trended everywhere. It was awesome. I saw it trended in Spain for a little bit. It trended in India for a little bit. For sure, I know it trended number 3 in the UK, number 1 in Canada, number 1 in the US, and number 1 worldwide for a long period of time. Very big hit. And the fun part is, I had nothing to do with it this week. This past week, I went out of town. I had a family reunion out in South Dakota, Rapid City area, with my mom's side, which is the Italian-Indian sides. Had a big-ass cookout. It was a lot of fun. It was great. Got to see a lot of things. Stopped out at Wall Drug. If you're anywhere near the Midwest, you know what that is. Got to climb the Black Hills for a little bit and see a lot of that good stuff. It was an outstanding trip, and I was driving home during the game. I was on the road literally driving back while the game was going on and while the game was absolutely murdering. It was awesome. And the big reason why it killed is because I had someone take over hashtag skirmish, and that someone is the amazing Sarah G at _SPRF. She killed it. She came up with the tag herself. I refined it, but she came up with the idea. She was the one retweeting and giving people love and made it as big as it was. So everyone, make sure you go follow Sarah. She is a killer, and she comes up with great tags, obviously. So yeah. Now, I did try to convince Sarah to make some videos, some shout out videos for the tweets that she chose coming up, but she didn't feel like it. She's not comfortable with being on video. That's totally fine. I will gladly take credit for this. But let's get right into it. All of these picks have been chosen by Sarah, and they are good ones. So let's get right to it. Our top 10 for this week's hashtag skirmish game. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. Number 10 comes from @PhillyMoreno. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. Old lady with a cat. Why do I feel like there's a number of people who are hashtaggers that this is going to be their future? I apologize. I love you all, but it's Twitter. We're all lonely, sad nerds. A lot of us have cats. Number 9 comes from @SquirrelRebellion. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. Lather, rinse, repeat, condition, dry. So do you have an addiction to showers? Like, I get that this is something most of us do 2 to 3 times a week. If you do it more than that, you're just hurting your skin. If that's an addiction, I'm sorry. But as far as addictions go, it's a very good smelling one. Number 8 comes from @JokeSkills. Misunderstood for the most part. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. I think a lot of us would consider ourselves around that level, you know? A little bit introverted and living in our own heads. I mean, I do this and stuff, and I do stand-up and other things, but for the most part, I'm an introvert. I live in my head a lot. I'm awkward and all that fun stuff. You know, misunderstood. Like, you know, serial killers. Number 7 comes from @Melashay. Homeless to entrepreneur and homeowner. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. I know it's a word game, so we kind of set a limit on how much of a story you can tell, but I feel like there's a lot more story there. Congratulations, getting yourself from A to B there, but I think hearing more of that story would be fascinating, so good on you. Number 6 comes from @D_emphasize. Can I get extra napkins? Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. So you're a slappy person. You know, sometimes I eat a little too vigorously and or need something to wipe up problems. Number 5 comes from @DeCample. All improvised all the time. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. Yeah, These reactions are always improvised that I give. I don't read them ahead of time, especially these, since I didn't pick them. And that's why some of them suck. I try to be funny or poignant or clever. It doesn't always work out because, you know, I don't have anyone to do the yes and with me. It's just me. Number 4 comes from Shelsky5. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. Finding appreciation for all experiences. Yeah, that's always sometimes tough to do, is to step away from your own bubble of experience and appreciate someone else's. We've all got a story, and if we could all just step back and realize that sometimes and not be so judgmental, I think we'd all be better off. So I like it. Good job. Number 3 comes from the Jeff Naslund. Would not recommend. 0 stars. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. More of a review than a story, but it's still funny, so well played. I'd give myself a 1. I'm a 1 star. You'd enjoy having a drink with me. I have interesting things to say on occasion. I'm more of that chameleon friend or acquaintance, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what the conversation's about. I'll find a way to meld myself into it and be an interesting part of it. At least attempt to. I won't just wait for my turn to talk. No, that's exactly what I'll do. I'll just wait till there's a lull in your story. Just jam myself in there and be like, I like candy too! Or whatever we're talking about. More often than not, it's about candy. Number 2 comes from Sunshine2276. Appears normal at first glance. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. Unless you're completely extroverted and you enjoy people staring or at least glancing, most of us, that's what we do as far as our appearance goes. We try to appear normal. We all put those facades on to make ourselves look normal or conform because it's just easier than getting stupid looks. It's a lot easier to look normal than to be normal, so I think a lot of us go with that, you know? We all try to look normal. Some of us can't help but stick out, though. Now, before we get to our number 1, here are some honorable mentions, including one from this week's special guest host, Sarah SG @_SPRF. One from Sarah. It's a work in progress. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. Beautifully put. Couldn't have said it better myself, so I did not. She's awesome. She came up with this tag. She wanted to hear everyone's stories. She really enjoys making connections with people. And you need to follow her because she's a badass and a great friend. So, thank you, Sarah. You are the shit. One from @RuPaul. Born naked, rest is drag. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. We got RuPaul to play. That's pretty sweet. Like, I feel like I should watch the show. I would dig it, but I don't. I'm lazy and I got too many shows to watch. One of my favorite places in the world is this place above the Gay 90s. There's a bar in Minneapolis called the Gay 90s. But right above it is a drag show called The Femme. And they've got amazing performers. Like, there was once a guy, obviously, but he had 3 $100 bills over nipples and one over his crotch. And you couldn't tell it was a dude. And it was an amazing performance, amazing dancing. Thank you for playing, RuPaul. Awesome. One from Alyssa Dale Strick. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. Wait for Cliff Notes version. Is that the obituary? That's what we all end up being eventually. Just a obituary in a paper that very few people will see. Hopefully. That's actually best case scenario in a lot of cases. If it's worse than that, you might be front page. One from Craig Flynn 1. Boy meets girl, girl leaves. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. Aw, you seem like a sweetheart to me. You've got a cartoon for an Avi. You're jovial. Craig seems a sweetheart. Someone on Twitter find him and have some sex with him right now. He clearly deserves it.
You're welcome, Craig. I am your digital pimp.
One from @Jake State Farm. Helps people while wearing khakis. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. I bet she's hideous. Remember the first time you saw that commercial and it was hilarious, and then you saw it like 50 more times that week, and it was like, it's fine. It's just, okay, we get it. I'll buy State Farm now. Just stop. You're in good hands. I can't do it. I can't do a Haysbert. One from @Cinnabon. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. All you need is frosting. And heart disease. I appreciate that you played. It's always good to see Cinnabon playing along with the hashtags. Never understood the obsession with Cinnabon. Or Krispy Kreme for that matter. Like, it's pure sugar. I like my teeth. I'm a smoker. I appreciate you. Thank you for playing, but there's so much sugar. It's delicious, but it'll kill you. One from @Molly Ligon. I am a rebel. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. Well, someone doesn't want to conform. Word games, they're always kind of limiting, and I get that. There's always a few people that decide to go against the grain, not do as they're told. No, I'm just kidding. That was funny, so well done. I like it. One from Luke Wheeler 01. Single dad works hard every day. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. Yeah, I suppose you'd have to. I can't imagine doing all the things my wife does with the boys. Like, she does a lot. She's always doing something. There's always something to be done. And we're still happily married. She's an outstanding mom, outstanding teacher. She busts her ass. Like, imagining splitting up and stuff and having to do all of it by yourself. Ugh, that's just scary. So keep cracking, Luke. She'll be out of the house soon. And one from @MeCookieMonster. Me love cookies. The end. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. Not a complicated man, that Cookie Monster. I wonder if I can do a Cookie Monster. Cookie! Cookie! Nom, 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 nom. And then just crunch them with your hands. Pretend it's the mouth. I don't think that's very good. But you're welcome. And our number 1 for this week's hashtag skirmish game comes from @Visceral Audio. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. A diamond in the rough. That is some serious confidence, my friend. I don't know if I'd ever consider myself a diamond, you know. Plus, now I've got Jafar's voice stuck in my head. Diamond in the rough. Riff, raff, street rat, scoundrel.
Still, I think he's rather tasty.
Aladdin. In there for the rest of the day. If you really think it, God, that's a beautiful thing, but more of a pessimistic introvert. I don't know if I'm the majority there or not. I hope not. I hope everyone's got that confidence that they feel like they're special and they're worth more than what's on the surface, and that, you know, that'd be awesome. So if you got that. And there it is, my friends, our top 10 for this week's hashtag skirmish game. Hashtag tell your story in 5 words. Thank you, everyone, for playing along. And a huge thank you to Sarah SG @_SPRF for filling in for me. You obviously killed it. Sarah wasn't sure if she'd kill it. You killed it. Make sure you follow Sarah right now. Go to her Twitter page, hit follow. She's hugely supportive. She's ridiculously funny. And all the rest, man. She's outstanding. And I know we're going to work together again because obviously I like trending #1 worldwide. Before you hit stop, move on to your next video. Make sure you download the hashtag Roundup app. You will find hashtag skirmish there every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. Awesome app. Consolidates all the best weekly scheduled games. You will never miss another hashtag game once you download the app. And of course, please do hit subscribe at the bottom of the channel here. Really do appreciate it. We're right around 310. On our way to 1 million. I do try to do a top 10 for every single game I play every single week. and I try to do some more stuff when I got time. So I'll always try to keep you laughing and give shout outs to people that play hashtag games. So if you're a fan of laughing and hashtag games, hit subscribe. My name is J.K. Calloway. We will see you again next Wednesday.